Hello. I bet you weren't expecting this video, huh? Hi guys, and welcome to my first video of a brand new series called Video Game Reviews. So I thought, why don't we review video games on the channel? Which I thought would be a fun idea. Now keep in mind, I'm only going to be reviewing the games that I've played, not the ones that I haven't played yet. So today, we are going to be reviewing Minecraft Dungeons. Yes, this title. I know. So, let's begin. So in the game, you have to stop the Arch-Illager and reclaim bring peace to the overworld. That's an easy plot to follow. So the game is in missions, and each mission you complete, you go back to camp. And you might level up. Well, actually, I think you level up during the game. But we're not talking about that now, are we? So the main campaign can be played in a few hours. Like maybe a couple of hours. But don't worry. There is some DLC. I think there's like 3 or 4 DLCs in total. I don't know. I have to check. But there's no way I'm going to be checking during the recording because I have to, get out of this app, and this video would probably have to be redone, and I'm not risking it. So, the game has you going through some mining area, from going to the Creeping Winters, or the village, all the way to the Arch-Illager's castle. Now the story begins with the mini Arch-Illager being shunned by his people. So he decides to go to the villagers to stay at their town, but they reject him because he's too ugly. Oh no. So he decides to go up the mountains. He decides to walk away and climb up a fucking mountain. When he reaches the top of the mountain, however, he sees an orb that entrances him. But before he can grab the orb, he looks away, only to look again and get swayed by the orb. He grabs the orb, which is actually a floating block, and he becomes straight up evil, becoming the king of the Illagers. The Illagers all bow down to him, and he decides to go to the village, where he decides to raid the entire village. There's this knight that comes to, I believe he's a knight, that comes to try to save the town, but he's too much of a scaredy cat to do it, too much of a pussy, and he runs away. So it is up to us to save the day. The first mission, you're in the village killing monsters. And you see the Arch-Villager who does an ambush on you and stuff. So I'm not going to be talking about every mission, because that would probably be because I don't honestly remember every single mission of the game. But this game does have some replayability to it, using newer weapons as well as finding hidden secret missions throughout some of the missions. Some of the regular missions. Now this is a really cool idea that Mojang did, because it gives the players more replayability and actually a reason to come back to these levels. But the thing is, there's a little bit of a problem. You see, by the end of the game will get, like near the end of the game will get harder. Yes, there's difficulty for each, before you start each mission, you have to choose your difficulty. And if you're and guess what? If you're under level for the way higher levels, for the way higher, like, difficulty of the mission, then you have to go back to previous missions you did and grind. Yep, there's grinding in this game. Who knew? But don't worry, it's not that bad. I mean, Kingdom Hearts did the same thing where you had to grind if you were under level for a certain part. So it's not that, but I'll let it slide. Anyway, I played this game on the Switch, and the only problems I had with the game was it lagging. It was lagging throughout the entirety of the main campaign, and let me tell you something. I actually completed the main campaign before the K-Wings did. Yeah, who knew? Everyone else completed the game the main campaign except for them. I was thinking about getting this game on the Xbox One, having another copy, and actually playing on the far more superior version. So the Xbox and PlayStation versions of this game don't have lagging. So yeah, this is the only downside to the Switch port, there being lagging. Otherwise, the graphics look good. The graphics should, I believe they look the exact same as they do for the consoles and the PC version, except the PC version could probably go way higher than that. The game is, in my opinion, fun, and honestly, I feel like I should do this series more often, reviewing different games that I've played, and talking about my overall experience of each game I've played, and make a video on them. Now this is my first review video that I have done on the channel. Like, this is my first ever video of me reviewing a game. Like, I haven't done this before. So, I'm surprised that I'm actually doing a good job at this, and not a terrible one. But anyway, beside that, so some of the secret missions are a little different. There is even this one mission which is just a question mark, and you end up on an island full of cows. What? No, I'm actually joking. I'm seriously joking. That game. There's actually a mission. That's actually a mission, but the mission is just question marks. So there's no actual name for the mission. It's just question marks. For that being a name. But anyway, the game looks pretty good, and I like some of the abilities. So, throughout the game, you get an axe, you get a sword, you get a bow, you get a bunch of different weapons, and you have to grind a bunch in order to get to the final boss. Yeah, like I said before in the video, there is grinding, so be sure to get bored, to waste your time grinding grinding through the game. Also, my last video was me doing a Hate Luigi's video, talking about him and actually, being a big fan of him. Yeah, I was kind of being a fanboy in that video. But on to the review. I give this game a 9 out of 10. I know some people won't agree with me, but that's just how it is. Also, I don't know if it's going to be playing better on the new Switch that's coming out on October 8th. Okay, so what? Nintendo's making a new Switch? Well, yes, they are. And why are they doing that? Well, the reason why they're doing that is because people were probably didn't like the Switch, despite you know its graphical downgrade and stuff. So they decided, why don't we make an even bigger and better Switch? So the screen for the Switch is 7 inches, and it's even longer than it's way longer than the screen. Hold on, let me show you the screen for the Nintendo Switch and how its size. Okay, hold on. This is the size of the screen. But once you see the trailer, the size is even bigger. Yeah, the size is even bigger on the Switch. Like, the size is even bigger for the screen. Okay, so it's called the OLED model, or OLED model. So, it doesn't say anything about 4K, but what it does say is that, okay, it has a bigger screen, enhanced audio, a wider kickstand, so a better kickstand than the one we got for the normal Switch, and a LAN cable. They finally went to the 2000s, woohoo! Nintendo just disappoints me sometimes on how they finally get to a point that actually is good, but it takes them way too long to get to that certain point, Back to the review. So, I don't know if the game is going to be playing. Also, if you don't believe me, watch the trailer. But this game is awesome. I don't care what the reviews say for certain people, but this game is awesome. And you cannot tell me that this game isn't awesome, because this is one of the best dungeon crawlers I've played. It's actually the first one I actually played. I didn't play Diablo, I didn't play Gauntlet, so no reviews on those games until I've actually played those games. I don't know if Gauntlet's on consoles, probably isn't. But anyway. So yeah, also, you did see Oasis in the intro. I don't know why I decided to make the intro silent and then just... Well, the entire intro wasn't silent because I actually said hi to Oasis in the beginning of the intro. But yeah, this game... Okay, before we end the video, let me tell you a few things. Look. There's no pictures on the back of the case, but for the Switch, but for the Xbox One, PlayStation 4 cases, there are pictures on the back. Also, the spines. Also, I have compared like the sizes for both versions. I've compared the sizes for both cases for Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. And the Nintendo Switch isn't the exact same length as I thought it was. The Xbox One is a tiny bit longer than the Switch, but that's literally the only difference. But yeah, if this game... Oh yeah, also, the spines. We have a red spine on the Switch, a gray spine on the Xbox One, and a continuation of the front cover as the spine for the PS4. So, this game also has 4 multiplayer, like 4 co-op. I think you can get more with online, but I honestly don't care about online multiplayer. Actually, I think it's fun, I just don't have any friends to play the game with. So yeah, what do you think? Are you gonna pick this game up? I mean, I know some of you probably did, but those who didn't, this is definitely a game that I overall enjoyed, and I want you guys to check it out. Also, if you guys like these videos, subscribe and like. It really does help me. It really does put a smile on my face and really helps me. Also, all my other videos are kinda terrible. I don't know if my videos are even good, to say the least. But yeah, definitely pick this up if you are a fan of Minecraft and or dungeon crawlers. So yeah. Also, one thing. You see this right here? Only Nintendo Switch case has this. The other versions don't have this. Because the Xbox One and PS4 versions are way better than Nintendo Switch. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys with the next video game review soon. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And I am planning to put Oasis in more videos. So yeah. Goodbye, my guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, my intro to the video was retarded. It's okay. Goodbye.